What's up? I'm Sydalexandria, and you guys are in for a treat. This is the second part of a two-part series, and in this video, VOX Paranormal on YouTube is going to be interviewing me. I already posted the one where I interviewed him, and this video, also probably as well as the other one, is up on his channel, so go check it out. His channel is linked in the description of this video as well as the pinned comment, so go show him some love and let's hop right into it.
As I mentioned, I watched several of your videos. I have watched them, and you use the word starseed a lot. So could you tell me what that means?
So I think it's kind of up for debate if everyone is a starseed or not. Personally, I think everyone is. That's my own beliefs because I think we all have lives in other places, and for them to all be on Earth and not other places in the universe doesn't really make sense to me. So I believe we have multiple lives, multiple, if you want to call them past lives, or other lives right now. And some of those are in other star systems. And I think that's really the best way to explain it. Some people have had more lives on Earth than others, and that's just how it goes. Some people have had more lives in other places, which is probably the higher percentage of people.
So to be a starseed means that in a past life or where we are originally from is another planet or something?
Yeah. And
Okay.
I think if you call yourself a starseed, that just means you resonate with it, because I think everyone's a starseed, and people who choose to identify with that label will call themselves starseed. But even if people don't call themselves a starseed, I still think they are.
So what got you started looking into starseeds?
Well, I was originally more into the witchy, esoteric thing and mediumship, and then I had some experiences when I de-stressed myself and my mind was just more clear, and then this information just started coming to me, and I was like, whoa, those tinfoil hat people who talk about aliens might not be crazy.
Okay. So in a dream, or how did you get that information?
Not in a dream, just through, and I don't know if it's meditation or not. I think you can meditate doing anything, just driving your car.
Mm-hmm.
But I was just laying in bed, before you fall asleep, right when you wake up. Those are really powerful times. And in times like that, I would just get this information. And at first, it kind of totally shocked me. However, I was used to dead people coming through when I was in moments like that before. So I was like, this feels like that, but it's definitely not someone from Earth.
So you're saying they came to you?
Yes,
Okay.
definitely.
Why do you think they did that?
I think I was in a place where I wasn't as stressed, so I think my vibration was just more aligned with open-mindedness. Like I wasn't stressed, and I feel like ETs, aliens, whatever you want to call them, aren't stressed. So I feel like we were more in alignment than I was with spirits who are more earthbound and random dead people that used to come to me.
You were saying that you don't think that extraterrestrials, as you called them, are stressed. So does that mean that you think our spirit guides are extraterrestrial?
Some of them.
Okay, and do you think that when we die, we go to live back on our original planet?
Time is what humans just cannot interpret, so I'm not going to try, but I don't really feel like there is an origin place. I feel like everything, and spiritual people say this all the time, that everything's happening simultaneously, and at first I didn't really agree with that, but now I'm kind of seeing the truth in that. So I think when we die, it depends what we want to do. I think we have free will, and I do believe that we choose. There's lots of places that feel like home to me. So that's why I can't really resonate with the idea of a starseed origin per se, or we might choose to come back to Earth, some of us. So it just depends on the person.
So then there's more than one of your soul, but it's still you. Is that right?
Yeah, I guess so. I think we can be in multiple bodies at the same time, and I think that's probably how we put more of our energy into these places when we dream. because your brain is so active when you're dreaming, and you have dreams that sometimes seem like they have a message, or they seem otherworldly, or sometimes, at least for me, I get these feelings before I go to bed like, wow, I'm about to do something really important tonight.
I definitely believe in there being other pieces of my soul, I guess, and it's still being the same being, but in other places. But I would call that my astral bodies, right? And I can connect with my other astral selves, even though they're not here on Earth, right? So you believe that, I'm just clarifying, right? That you have other selves somewhere else, and that it's all still you. It's just one you, right? In like a hive mind type of situation, if all of you were connected, it would be like a hive mind type of thing.
I guess you could say that. And then you can just keep going with this kind of idea, I guess, and say that we're all one. So if you look at it from the full picture, everything in the universe is just one. And then maybe you have these soul families who choose to incarnate together a lot, or they're really tight because they've had a lot of past lives together. And then you get down to like maybe one soul who has all of these lives happening at the same time, and then you break it down to the ones that you're aware of, and then it's just you here on Earth.
You're definitely hurting my brain, but it also sounds really good. You said Sirius, Lyra, and Vega. That's star systems?
Yes, those are just some of the main ones, because there's infinite, right? Because the universe is constantly expanding exponentially. So we don't know the names of all these places. Our telescopes can't see that far. And even if they do, we haven't given a real name to some of these places besides a bunch of letters and numbers. It does make sense that these ones like Sirius, Lyra, Vega, the Pleiades, Arcturus, Orion, and places like this that are, in the grand scheme of things, close to Earth because they're in our galaxy, or like the Andromeda Galaxy is just the next galaxy over. Obviously, it's light years and light years away, but within the whole universe, we're close, and to beings with advanced technology, that isn't that far, and they can travel to these places. So we have ties with these places, with Sirius and Orion. If you think about places like Egypt and all of these places around the world, it's not just Egypt that has pyramids. Places in South America, places in Asia, even places in North America and Europe, Australia, literally every single continent has connections to these star systems. And that's because these beings, they're interested in Earth. And so I think the reason why there's these specific star systems that are well known in this like starseed pop culture, if you want to call it that now.
Okay, wow. All right, so aliens created the pyramids is what you're saying.
I don't know about that, but they helped with it at least. You know, whether or not they were physically here, who knows? But the people were definitely connecting to these extraterrestrials.
How is it that you find out about your alien heritage?
I guess just, and it sounds cliche, but trusting yourself and your intuition. And I think also you can just connect with past lives this way, just realizing the things that you've always been interested in. If you have always been fascinated by a certain place, even on Earth, you've probably had a past life there. And same thing with the sky. If you just look up at the sky and you don't know where anything is yet, is the best way to do it. If you aren't sure, you know, what stars are where, this is going to be the most accurate. But even if you already do, that's okay too. And you can just look up at the sky and see where you feel connected to. And then you can get an app on your phone. There's a bunch like Skyview, Skylight, Star Map, whichever one. And you can hold your phone up to the sky and see what that star is that you felt connected to. And chances are you've had past lives there. Or you can go a bit more. Really, they're all spiritual routes because you have to use your intuition to do it. There's no other way besides using your intuition. You can just lay down, relax, meditate, and see what comes through. Or if you get this random thought throughout the day, the night, if you have a certain dream, whatever, just research that or meditate on that is the best way, because you really can't trust anyone that you see online. You have to have your own experiences and your own proof on it to fully believe it.
So you're saying that I would meditate with the assumption, the presupposition, I guess, that I do have an alien heritage. And when I meditate with that thought in mind, something will likely come through.
It could, or even if, because, if you're listening to me tell you a way to connect with it, then you already do have that kind of intention. But even if you have no clue what this is and you're just a random person meditating and you haven't thought about, your galactic heritage or whatever, you might have something pop through. But yeah, if you go in with the intention, then probably something's going to come through.
Hope you enjoyed, Starseeds. Peace out.